Tonight, let's talk about a small seed with an outsized biological impact. Something ancient kitchens understood long before laboratories existed. When sesame seeds are soaked and eaten at night, subtle processes begin to unfold inside the body that are faster than most people expect. This isn't about superstition or trends. It's about how nutrients communicate with cells, how timing changes, absorption, and how simple foods can switch on protective pathways that modern science is only now mapping. The body is not passive in the evening. At night, repair system activate, inflammation signals quiet down, and metabolism shifts toward restoration rather than performance. Soaking sesame seeds changes their structure. Water wakes enzymes, softens fiber, and reduces compounds that block mineral uptake. What emerges is a seed that delivers calcium, magnesium, zinc, healthy fats, and unique lignans in a form the gut can recognize quickly. These lignans interact with antioxidant systems that defend blood vessels, support liver detoxification, and help stabilize oxidative stress. When consumed before sleep, these compounds enter circulation during a window when cells are primed to rebuild membranes, balance hormones, and regulate immune signaling. Nighttime nutrition matters because circadian biology matters. Your digestive tract slows but does not shut down. Instead, it becomes selective. Nutrients that are easy to absorb, like those from soaked seeds, are handled efficiently without spikes that disturb sleep. The healthy fats in sesame seeds support steady blood sugar through the night, while minerals assist nerve relaxation and muscle recovery. This creates an internal environment that favors deeper rest, which itself amplifies repair across the brain, heart, and metabolic tissues. There is also a vascular story here. Sesame seed lignans support nitric oxide availability, which helps blood vessels remain flexible and responsive. Flexibility means better circulation to tissues that repair overnight, including the brain. At the same time, antioxidant activity helps protect LDL particles from damage, a process linked to plaque formation. These effects don't require months to begin. Biochemical shifts can occur within days when the body is given consistent signals. Then there's the gut. Soaked sesame seeds provide gentle fiber that feeds beneficial microbes without irritation. As the microbiome processes these fibers, it produces metabolites that calm inflammation and communicate with the immune system. Nighttime intake aligns this microbial activity with sleep-related immune regulation, reinforcing resilience rather than stress responses. 7 nights of repetition matters because biology responds to patterns. Each evening becomes a reminder, nudging cellular pathways toward balance, improving mineral status, supporting antioxidant defense, and synchronizing nutrition with the body's natural rhythm, creating changes that feel surprisingly fast and internally coherent. Consistency shapes signaling molecules, gene expression, and enzyme efficiency in quiet ways. Minerals refill depleted reserves, fats integrate into cell membranes, and antioxidants recycle themselves more effectively. Sleep becomes a collaborator, not an obstacle, allowing absorbed nutrients to be routed with precision. Night after night, the message remains the same, encouraging stability, clarity, and metabolic calm within interconnected systems guided by circadian cues and cellular priorities beneath conscious awareness. Quietly soaking sesame seeds fundamentally changes how the body can access their nutrition, and this transformation begins at a molecular level the moment the seeds are placed in water. Dry seeds are designed by nature to remain dormant, protecting their nutrients until conditions are right for growth. In that dormant state, they contain compounds like phytic acid and enzyme inhibitors that lock minerals tightly inside the seed. When you soak sesame seeds, water signals that growth is possible, activating internal enzymes that start breaking down these barriers. As phytic acid is reduced, minerals such as calcium, magnesium, iron, and zinc become more bioavailable, meaning the digestive system can absorb them rather than letting them pass through unused. This process is especially important because sesame seeds are one of the richest plant sources of calcium. Yet many people fail to benefit from it when the seeds are eaten dry. Soaking softens the outer shell and partially predigests complex components, making the nutrients easier for stomach acid and digestive enzymes to handle. The gut expends less energy breaking the food down, allowing minerals to move more efficiently across the intestinal wall into the bloodstream. This efficiency matters at night when digestion slows and the body prefers nutrients that require minimal processing. Enzyme activation is another critical shift that soaking creates. Natural enzymes within the seeds begin converting stored nutrients into forms that support metabolic reactions. These enzymes assist in protein breakdown and fat utilization, helping the body integrate sesame's healthy fats into cell membranes. These fats are not just calories, they are structural components that influence how cells communicate, how flexible membranes remain, and how inflammation is regulated. When absorption improves, these fats can be incorporated where they are most needed during overnight repair. Mineral absorption has cascading effects across multiple systems. Magnesium supports nerve relaxation and muscle recovery. Calcium participates in cellular signaling beyond bone health, and zinc plays a role in immune balance and tissue repair. When soaked sesame seeds deliver these minerals efficiently, the body can allocate them to nighttime restoration processes rather than compensating for deficiencies. This is one reason changes can feel rapid, as mineral-dependent enzymes regain proper function. Soaking also improves tolerance. Many people experience bloating or heaviness from unsoaked seeds due to their dense fiber and antinutrients. Water exposure softens the fiber, making it gentler on the gut lining and more accessible to beneficial microbes. These microbes further assist in breaking down seed components, producing metabolites that support nutrient uptake and reduce low-grade inflammation. What appears to be a simple kitchen step is actually a biological switch. Soaking transforms sesame seeds from a hard, defensive structure into a cooperative nutrient source. The body receives clearer signals, minerals move with less resistance, enzymes perform with greater efficiency, and digestive stress is minimized. This improved absorption is not theoretical. It is rooted in how plants protect themselves and how human digestion evolved to respond when those protections are lowered through water activation and time. Nighttime intake of soaked sesame seeds works because the body follows a powerful internal clock that governs digestion, hormone release, cellular repair, and nutrient distribution. This circadian rhythm is not just about sleep and wake cycles, it determines when cells are most receptive to specific nutrients and when repair pathways are most active. In the evening, the body gradually shifts from a state of energy expenditure to one of restoration. Eating soaked sesame seeds during this window provides nutrients precisely when the body is preparing to rebuild tissues, balance metabolic signals, and calm inflammatory activity. At night, insulin sensitivity changes, and the body becomes less tolerant of rapid blood sugar spikes. Soaked sesame seeds digest slowly and steadily, releasing fats, minerals, and bioactive compounds without causing sharp glucose fluctuation. This supports metabolic stability through the night and prevents stress hormone release that can interfere with sleep quality. Stable blood sugar allows growth hormone and melatonin to work efficiently, both of which are essential for cellular repair and immune regulation. Circadian biology also influences how the gut absorbs nutrients. In the evening, digestive secretions are reduced, but absorption pathways for minerals and fats remain active when foods are easy to digest. Soaked sesame seeds fit this profile, delivering nutrients that do not burden the digestive system. Minerals like magnesium and calcium align with nighttime needs for nerve calming, muscle relaxation, while zinc supports DNA repair and immune signaling during sleep. The liver plays a central role in nighttime metabolism. During sleep, it focuses on detoxification, cholesterol regulation, and antioxidant recycling. Sesame lignans interact with liver enzymes that support these processes, helping neutralize oxidative stress and maintain healthy lipid balance. When these compounds enter circulation at night, they complement the liver's natural workload instead of competing with daytime metabolic demands. Blood vessels also respond to circadian cues. Vascular tone shifts at night, allowing tissues to receive nutrients for repair. The healthy fats and antioxidant compounds in sesame seeds support endothelial function, helping blood vessels remain flexible and responsive. This improves microcirculation to organs like the brain, where nighttime repair is especially active. The immune system follows its own rhythm, increasing surveillance and repair activity during sleep. Nutrients consumed at night influence how immune cells behave, including their ability to control inflammation and support tissue healing. Sesame seeds provide zinc and antioxidant compounds that help immune cells function efficiently without overreacting. Repeated nighttime intake reinforces these rhythms. Each evening, the body receives the same nutritional signals at the same time, strengthening circadian alignment. Over several nights, this consistency can enhance sleep quality, metabolic calm, and cellular efficiency. The timing becomes as important as the nutrients themselves, shaping how the body interprets and uses what it receives. In the quiet hours of restoration and internal coordination, sesame lignans are unique plant compounds that play a powerful role in protecting the body from oxidative damage and supporting vascular health, especially when they are delivered in a form the body can readily absorb. These lignans, including sesamin and sesamolan, act as signaling molecules that influence how cells respond to stress, inflammation, and metabolic strain. Rather than working as simple antioxidants that neutralize free radicals one by one, sesame lignans help activate the body's own internal defense systems, amplifying protection at a cellular level. Oxidative stress is a natural byproduct of metabolism, but when it accumulates, it damages proteins, lipids, and DNA. Blood vessels are particularly vulnerable because they are constantly exposed to circulating glucose, fats, and inflammatory signals. Sesame lignans support antioxidant enzymes such as superoxide, dismutase, and glutathione-related pathways, helping the body recycle its antioxidant capacity instead of exhausting it. This process reduces damage to the delicate endothelial lining of blood vessels, which is essential for maintaining healthy circulation. Vascular health depends heavily on the ability of blood vessels to remain flexible and responsive. Sesame lignans influence nitric oxide availability, a molecule that allows blood vessels to relax and widen when needed. Improved nitric oxide signaling supports smoother blood flow and reduces mechanical stress on arterial walls. This is especially important at night when circulation shifts toward repair and nutrient delivery rather than physical activity. Better vessel function means oxygen and nutrients can reach tissues efficiently during sleep. Another important aspect of lignans is their interaction with lipid metabolism. Oxidized LDL particles are a major contributor to plaque formation in arteries. Sesame lignans help protect LDL from oxidative damage, reducing its tendency to trigger inflammatory responses in the vessel wall. By lowering oxidative modification, these compounds indirectly support cleaner, more resilient arteries without forcing the body into aggressive lipid changes. Inflammation and oxidative stress are tightly connected. When oxidative damage increases, inflammatory signals rise, further harming blood vessels. Sesame lignans help interrupt this cycle by modulating inflammatory pathways and supporting antioxidant balance simultaneously. This creates a calmer internal environment where blood vessels can maintain integrity instead of constantly repairing damage. The benefits extend beyond large arteries into microcirculation. Capillaries and small vessels are responsible for delivering nutrients to the brain, muscles, and organs during nighttime repair. When oxidative stress is reduced and vessel flexibility is preserved, microcirculation improves, enhancing tissue recovery and metabolic efficiency. Soaked sesame seeds improve lignan availability by making these compounds easier to absorb. Once in circulation, lignans are processed by the liver into active metabolites that exert systemic effects. This process aligns well with nighttime liver activity, allowing lignans to integrate into detoxification and antioxidant cycles naturally. Over repeated nights, this support helps stabilize vascular function, reduce oxidative burden, and maintain the delicate balance required for long-term cardiovascular resilience without overstimulation. The healthy fats found in sesame seeds play a critical role in maintaining stable blood sugar level during the night, a period when the body is especially sensitive to metabolic disturbances. Unlike refined carbohydrates that rapidly convert to glucose, the fats in sesame seeds are digested slowly, providing a steady source of energy that prevents sharp rises and sudden drops in blood sugar. This slow, controlled digestion is particularly valuable at night, when glucose spikes can trigger stress hormones that interfere with sleep and disrupt the body's natural repair processes. When blood sugar falls too low during sleep, the body responds by releasing cortisol and adrenaline to restore balance. These hormones are useful in emergencies but harmful when activated repeatedly at night, as they fragment sleep and promote inflammation. Healthy fats help buffer against this response by supplying consistent fuel to the liver, reducing the need for hormonal intervention. This creates a more stable internal environment that supports deeper, uninterrupted sleep. Sesame seed fats are rich in polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fatty acids, which integrate into cell membranes and influence insulin signaling. Improved membrane fluidity allows insulin receptors to function more effectively, supporting balanced glucose regulation even during periods of fasting. Over several nights, this can enhance metabolic flexibility, allowing the body to switch smoothly between glucose and fat utilization without stress. These fats also slow gastric emptying, meaning nutrients are released gradually into the bloodstream. This controlled release prevents sudden insulin surges and helps maintain equilibrium throughout the night. For individuals prone to nighttime hunger or early morning fatigue, this steady metabolic support can be especially noticeable as the body no longer experiences abrupt energy gaps. Beyond blood sugar, healthy fats support the nervous system. The brain relies heavily on fats for structure and signaling, and stable glucose availability prevents neural stress during sleep. When the brain is not forced to manage metabolic emergencies, it can focus on memory consolidation, toxin clearance, and synaptic repair, all of which are active during the night. The interaction between fats and hormones is also significant. Stable blood sugar supports the natural nighttime rise in growth hormone, which is essential for tissue repair, muscle maintenance, and fat metabolism. Disrupted glucose levels can blunt this hormonal response, slowing recovery and metabolic balance. By providing fats that digest slowly, sesame seeds help preserve this hormonal rhythm. Soaked sesame seeds further enhance these effects by improving fat digestion and absorption. Soaking activates enzymes that make fats easier to emulsify, reducing digestive strain and enhancing nutrient delivery. This means the body can access the benefits of these fats without discomfort or delayed processing. Over repeated nights, this steady support reshapes nighttime metabolism. The body learns that fuel is available, stress hormones remain low, insulin signaling stays balanced, and sleep becomes more restorative. Blood sugar stability becomes less about constant correction and more about quiet regulation, guided by the slow, reliable energy provided by healthy fats working in harmony with the body's natural rhythms. Repeated nightly use of soaked sesame seeds creates a pattern the body can recognize, and biologically responds more strongly to patterns than to isolated events. Each time the same nutrients arrive at the same hour, cellular systems adjust their expectations and optimize how those nutrients are processed. This repetition strengthens signaling pathways that regulate metabolism, repair, and immune balance, allowing changes to occur more quickly than when nutrition is inconsistent or sporadic. Within days, enzymes involved in mineral utilization begin to function more efficiently. Calcium, magnesium, and zinc delivered nightly are absorbed and allocated with less waste, replenishing intracellular reserves that support hundreds of enzymatic reactions. When these minerals are consistently available, the body no longer needs to divert energy toward emergency conservation. Instead, it can invest resources in tissue repair, nerve stability, and metabolic fine-tuning that naturally occur during sleep. Gene expression is also sensitive to repeated nutritional cues. Certain genes involved in antioxidant defense, inflammation control, and lipid metabolism respond to regular exposure to bioactive compounds like sesame lignans. Night after night, these compounds reinforce the same instructions, encouraging cells to maintain protective proteins and balanced inflammatory responses. This is why improvements can feel surprisingly fast, even though the underlying changes are subtle and cumulative. The digestive system adapts as well. Regular nighttime intake trains the gut to prepare appropriate enzyme and microbial activity for efficient breakdown and absorption. Beneficial gut bacteria respond to predictable fiber and fat sources by increasing populations that produce anti-inflammatory metabolites. As this microbial balance stabilizes, nutrient extraction improves and digestive discomfort decreases, reinforcing the benefits of consistency. Hormonal rhythms become more synchronized with repeated use. Stable nighttime nutrition reduces the likelihood of cortisol spikes and supports steady melatonin and growth hormone release. When hormones follow a predictable rhythm, sleep quality improves, and deeper sleep further amplifies repair processes. This creates a positive feedback loop in which better sleep enhances nutrient utilization, and better nutrient utilization improves sleep. Cell membranes also change with repetition. The fats consumed nightly are gradually incorporated into membranes, improving flexibility and signaling efficiency. This influences how cells respond to insulin, inflammatory signals, and oxidative stress. Over a short period, these structural changes can enhance metabolic resilience and reduce cellular strain. What makes the results feel fast is not a sudden transformation, but the removal of small inefficiencies that accumulate over time. Repetition smooths metabolic edges, calms immune noise, and aligns nutrient delivery with circadian priorities. 7 nights of the same message is enough to shift internal coordination, allowing systems to operate with less friction and greater coherence. As the body responds to consistency with measurable, integrated biological adjustments driven by timing, availability, and cellular memory.